to address an issue with the idea of trans. Um, the definition of a woman is an adult human female, and trans people try to separate sex from gender. Although in the beginning, uh, that's not the case. They were just interchangeable words. So they're trying to change a definition. So if you change the definition, what are you changing? First of all, when you talk about a trans kid, they would say a trans girl to mean a boy who's now identifying as a female or as a girl. They will say female though. So they just use them interchangeably until you draw a distinction and then they argue about it. But here's the problem. They would call that a trans girl. Okay, well, that's not a trans woman. Why? Why is a child who's a boy who's identifying as a girl, or why is he not identifying as a female, or excuse me, as a woman? Because woman is an adult. It carries that definition. Well, some have claimed that their animals are trans, and they don't call them if it's a male dog. And again, here's sex into it. If it's a male dog identifying as a female dog, which is insanity, but um, not that it's any different with us. But it's not called a trans woman because it's not human, right? Wrong species. So they're not talking about the age of the word woman because they will change the word to girl when the age is wrong. So they'll agree, or they're running on the principle that woman does include the idea of age, and then they're running on the idea that it does include the species of humanity, uh, and and that leaves what you have in the definition of woman, which is an adult human female. An adult human female. Okay, the last definition of woman is sex. So it's like, okay, gender, if it is not sex, doesn't mean anything. You say, oh, well, it's how I identify. Well, what does that mean? Um, it's who I'm attracted to. Okay, but you can be anything and be attracted to anything. So it doesn't, gender literally means nothing if it doesn't mean sex. And so this idea of pulling woman in, and again, if they're separating gender from sex, then the idea of sex being taken out of the definition of woman is wrong anyway.